Good evening all of you. This is Satish from St. Martin Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss about what is capital and what are the sources of capital for a company. If you want to start a company, what are the capital or how you are gather the capital, that we are discuss on this class here. So simply the first thing, what is capital here? So here, what is the meaning of capital means? Whatever the money is required, whatever the amount needed to start the business, or what is the money is required for the starting of any business is called as capital. So if you want to start a business means you need capital. Without the capital, the business is not start here. So simply the capital is called as a lifeblood for a company here. Without the capital, we can't start the business here. So simply capital means what are the initial amount is required for the starting of any business, that is called as capital. Here the capital is classified into the two categories or the two types here. So what are the two types means? Fixed capital or block capital and the working capital. So here what is fixed capital, what is working capital here? Whenever we go for the first thing, that is fixed capital means to start business we need some fixed capital here. Without the fixed capital we can't start any business here. We can't start any business. That means the fixed capital is required for the every business here. So here whatever the area we are using the fixed capital means for the purchasing of the fixed assets. If you want to start the business means we require some fixed assets. So for the purchasing of the fixed assets we are using the fixed capital here. It is fixed, it can't change within the short period of time. It is used for the long period of time in the business here. So that is called as fixed purchasing of the fixed assets. We are using the fixed capital here. And if we go for the purchasing of the land or buildings and machineries and furniture of all the etc. assets, that we have to purchase here by using of the fixed assets here. So simply the fixed assets are assets, it is used for the longer period of time. For the purchasing of these fixed assets we are using of fixed capital here. So like examples are for the purchasing of the land or machineries or the furnitures we are using the fixed capital. And the other area we are having of working capital here. What is the working capital means? Here to run any type of business activity we need some working capital on daily basis here. Working capital refers to the amount needed to run day-to-day expenses of the business. If you want to run the business, if you started the business here, if you want to run the business, we require some money for the daily expenses. For the day-to-day expenses, we require some money here. So whatever the money is required for the daily payments or the daily expenses, that is called as working capital. Here, capital does not include money, not only the money here, but it includes the money worth here. Either we are using of money or we are using of some of the worthy of that particular money we are using in the capital here. So these are the two categories of the capital will be there. And we go for the next one. So what are the need of the capital here? So why we need the capital? If you want to start the business means what are the need of this capital? So here already we discussed about the two types of the capital, fixed capital and the working capital here. So what is the need of this capital in the business here? So the first one is to promote a business. If you want to start the business, if you want to increase the business, if you want to expand the business, if you go for the diversification of that particular business, we require the money here. So that's why the capital is used for the promotion of that particular business in the society or business in the particular area. And when we go for the next one, to conduct business operations smoothly. So for the conducting of the business operations in the particular area, we require the working capital. So we require the working capital. So these are the monies required for the daily operations in the business here. So that's why we need the capital for the smooth conducting of the business here. And to establishment, I already told you that without the capital there is no existence of any organization or any business here. So we need capital for the establishment of any organization or any business. And the next one is to pay taxes like income tax or sales tax. So for the payment of taxes to the government, we need the capital. If we are getting up some profits or losses or whatever it may be, so if we are getting something means we are paying some money or some taxes to the government here. So for the paying of the taxes to the government like as the income tax or sales tax, we need the capital, we need the money here. And the next one is to pay dividend and interest. Whenever we are taking money from the preference shares, we are paying the dividend to the preference shareholders. If we are taking the money from the outsiders, we are paying the interest. So for the payment of the dividend and for the payment of the interest, we need money here. So that we are getting by the using of the capital here. And the next one is support to the workers' welfare programs. For the payment of the workers or for the welfare of the individuals, that means employees in the organization, we need capital here. So by the using of the capital, we provide some benefits or some welfare things to the employees in the organization. For that purpose, we need the capital. And the next one is at the time of winding up the company, we need funds to meet the liquidation expenses here. So at end of that particular business, after 10 years and after 20 years, after 100 years, the company they want to close, the business they want to close, at the time of the winding of that particular business, for the payment of the, who are the lenders are there, who are the shareholders are there, for the payment of money to the shareholders or the lenders, we need the capital here. And the next one is to expansion of the business. If you want to expand the business from the different areas or within the area, you want to expand your branches, that means we need require the capital here. And the next one is diversification. So if we are diversification of that particular business, we need capital. Either expansion or the diversification, we need the capital. And we go for the research and development and placement and modernization of that particular business, we need capital. Without the capital, we are not spending money on the research and development, or we are not go for the modernization of the particular business here. And other remaining expenses, we require capital here. So that's why the capital is most important for the any business here. Without the capital, we can't start a business, we can't run the business here. And after this need, we go for the next one. What are the sources of the capital? So here, the sources of the capital having of three categories: long-term sources of the capital, and medium-term sources of the capital, and short-term sources of the capital. So here, what are the sources are there for the gathering of the capital? If you want some of the money for the starting of the business, how many sources or how many ways are there for the gathering of the capital? That is called as sources of the capital or sources of the finance. Here, in this, the first type is called as long-term sources. What are the long-term sources means? Whenever you gather the capital from these long-term sources, it is used for the longer period of time. It is more than the 5 years. So whatever you are getting money from these areas, we are using for the more than 5 years. So we are using for the long purpose of the particular business. Whatever the money you are gathered here, that is called as long-term sources here. In that, the first one is equity shares. See here, what is the capital means? It is a part of investment here. So whatever the money is required here, so it is the capital means whatever the investment will be there, that in that it is a part here. So simply, whenever we go for the shares, for example, if you want to start a business, if doesn't have enough money, you don't have enough that much of money, at that time you are go for the public here. So at that time, whatever the capital is there, it is issued, that means it is divided into the different parts, and each and every part it will be issued to the public here. It must will be having some value, and who are interested to invest into the particular area, they are purchasing of that particular part and they will be paying some money here. So that is called as share here. So simply, the share is a part of capital. How much the capital is required here? Simply, for example, I require the 1 lakh rupees of money. I require the 1 lakh rupees of money. So this money I didn't have here. So at that time, I go for the public here. So how much the money is required means 1 lakh money is required here. So this money will be divided into the different parts here. For example, I divide into the 1000 parts. So here, each part will be having of 100 rupees. Okay, so each part will be having of 100 rupees. I divide into the 1000 parts here. See, these are the 1000 parts will be issued to the public. Okay, so who want to invest money into this my business, they are purchasing of these 1000 parts of the shares. So each part we are calculating the shares. So they are purchasing of these shares and they are paying, each share value will be having of 100 rupees. So simply, I gather the total monies, that is 1000 shares or 1000 parts, it must will be multiplied with the 100 rupees. So I am getting of 1 lakh rupees of money here. So simply, whatever the capital is there, what are the capital is required here, that is divided into the different parts. Each part is called as a share here. So who want to invest the money into the particular business, they are purchasing of this part and they are paying up that particular money here. So I gathered the 1 lakh rupees of capital. So here the whatever the parts I issued here, or what are the shares I issued here, it will be having up two types of the shares. Some are having of equity shares, some are having of preference shares here. So what is the equity share and what is the preference shares means, here the share is divided into the two categories. Equity means these are the people they having of ownership rights. So who are purchasing these shares, they are having of ownership right in that particular business. They are participated in the voting in the particular business for the election of the board of directors and all those things. But if we go for the preference shareholders who purchase these shares, they are not having a voting right. But these people who are there in the preference shareholders, they are having a right to take the dividend every year. Like I say, if we are taking a loan from any area, we are paying the interest for the every year. In the same way, who are invested, how much the money is invested by these people, on that particular money, every year they are taking some percentage of the dividend, like I said, interest to the preference shareholders. But the equity shareholders are not taking up that dividend. And at end of the company, at winding of the company, first whatever the money is there, first we are paid to the preference shareholders. After that, if the money remains, they are paid to the equity shareholders. So that means the first preference will be given to the preference shareholders. After that, if the money is remaining, then they pay to the equity shareholders. So these are the difference will be there here. The equity shareholders having a voting right, and these are the people are the real owners of that particular business. And at the end of the at winding of the company, they are taking at last what are the money is invested. But if we go for the preference shareholders, in all areas they are taking as a preference here. They are taking as a preference every year. They are paying. They are taking the dividend here. And at winding of the company, first these people are taking that money, particular money here. And after that, another source that is called as debenture. Simply the debenture is an acknowledgement given to the particular people here. It is like as a loan document. It will be consisting of the interest rate and what is the money they are taking by the people here. So that will be included in this debentures here. So simply it is a like as a loan paper or loan document here. It consisting of interest rate and the principal amount, and in a particular period of time they will be repaid the particular money to the debenture holders here. And after that we go for the debt capital. Debt capital means if we are taking loan from the different people or the financial institutions or the banks for the longer period of time, it will be takes more than the 5 years. That capital is called as debt capital here. Within the short period, we are not paying up this money. After 5 years or after 10 years or the 15 years, we are paying up this money to the debt. That means debtors to the particular area here. And we go for the long-term loans here. The same thing. If you are taking the loan from the different people for the longer period of time, that comes under the long-term source or long-term loans. This will that we are paid after the long period of time. And the next one is retained earnings. So this is the most important thing. What is the retained earnings means? Whatever the money we are getting as a profit in that particular business, again that money will be invested in the same area. That is in the same business is called as retained earnings here. So normally the profits will be distributed to the shareholders. But in the retained earnings, whatever the money we are getting as a profit, again they are reinvested in the business here. So that will become under the retained earnings here. So these are the different sources are there for the gathering of the capital for the longer period of time or longer term sources here. And after that we go for the next one. Short, medium term sources here. So here medium term sources means bank loans. Here the medium term sources means within the 5 years, 1 to 5 years, these are the money we have to repay to the who are the creditors are there. We are paying up that particular money to the creditors within the 1 to 5 years over here. In between 1 to 5 years, we are paying up this money to the holders of that particular money here. See here, bank loan. If you are taking the loan from the bank for the period of 1 to 5 years, that is called as bank loan. Here it is a medium term source. Within this period we repayment of that particular loan to the bank here. And the public deposits. If you are taking money from the public for the shorter period of time, it between the 1 to 5 years, that is called as public deposits. So it is also medium term source. Either we are taking the money from the financial institutions or the state financial corporations. These are the these are the institutions. They will be giving the money to the business here. So it is repaid within the short period of time in between 1 to 5 years here. So that is called as medium term source. So these are the sources we are paying of money within the 1 to 5 years of time here. In between 1 to 5 years, we are paying up this money here. So that is called as medium term sources. And when we go for the next one, short term sources here. So these are the short term sources, means we are having up sources for the gathering of the capital for the short term period of time within the year. So within the below 1 year, we are paying up this money to the